Ar-Rahman Ar-Rahim. We are looking at the next concept, which is slotted aloha. In pure aloha, we had the case where if this was the time transmission window, okay, if this is the time transmission window, you could have a frame starting anywhere, okay? You could have a frame transmitting anywhere. And this would cause, we said, collisions, right? This would cause collisions. In slotted aloha, a frame does not start anywhere like that, okay? Now in slotted aloha, you have the case where if we look at the drawing here, so we have in pure aloha, okay, the case where you're sending the frame anytime, okay, you could start anywhere. There's no limit, no restriction as to where the frame can start, okay? So it could start somewhere here, it could start somewhere here, okay, and cause collisions, okay? So there's no systematic transmission rule in here, okay? But in slotted aloha, what they say is, this is, you will have the time divided into slots, okay? You have time divided into slots. And if a frame wants to transmit, it can only transmit in this time slot, okay? So if it wants to transmit, it can only start at a frame, the beginning of a frame slot, okay? If it misses this, it cannot start here. It cannot start here. It cannot start here, okay? In aloha, you can, but in slotted aloha, no. If you miss this time, then you have to wait for the next slot and transmit somewhere here, okay? So this is slotted aloha. Now there is some system here, okay? Some organization. This is slotted aloha. So the time is divided into slots equal to a frame transmission time, okay? So in slotted aloha, this time that we see here, okay, the slots, each of this will be TFR. Each of this will be TFR, okay? And a station can transmit at the beginning of a slot only. If it misses the beginning, it will have to wait until the next time slot. And to make sure that all stations have the same slot in common, you have to make sure there is a central clock or a station that informs all stations about when there is the beginning of the time slot, because all stations need to start at the same time. Otherwise, there will be no point. So this is called synchronization, okay? So in slotted aloha, you need a central clock or a station that synchronizes all the stations so they all start at the same time, okay, at the start of a slot. Now the maximum channel utilization is 37% in slotted aloha. So there you go. So you have now slots. Each slot is the size is TFR. Each slot is TFR in size. And so frame 1.1, no other frames transmitting in this slot. So this is success, collision, collision, success, success, and success, okay? So this is your channel, the broadcast channel, And in here, you have this frame successful because there's no one else transmitting in its time. Okay? This frame successful. Now here the collision is happening because both frames transmitting in the same slot. Okay? So in Slotted Aloha, there is no partial collision like you had in normal Aloha. In Slotted Aloha, there is only, if a collision happens, it is only a full collision. Okay, so here also there is a full collision, but here nothing, so this is again a success. So this is the functioning of Slotted Aloha.